Hey guys, I'm Hallee Lehman with Firearms Training, and I'm here to show you today the Mantis X10. The Mantis X easily attaches to any firearm with a Picatinny rail, as you can see here. And they also have other mounting options, so it's super easy. You just attach it to your pistol. This is a Glock 17 training pistol, as you can see here. And my trusty friend Bailey here, Sista, has, this is kind of what shows you what you're doing when you shoot, as you shoot, while you shoot, and after you shoot, what you've done right and what you've done wrong. So we're going to show you a little bit of how this works. So I'm just going to use this like I would on a regular trigger press with any gun, and we're going to see how I score. So,
That's pretty good.
I scored a 94.5, and the highest you can score on here is 100. And then from this gadget here, you can see it explains what I did wrong. So it said I was pushing forward, meaning that my grip moved the firearm forward during the trigger press. So it just gives you a tip and a pointer on what you can fix next. So I'm going to try that again and see if I can score higher. Oh, and this moron, guess what she forgot?
You anticipated the recoil and healed it.
So each time you shoot, it's going to give you a different tip or pointer on what you did to adjust.
There we go.
It's pretty neat.
Try again. That was
Okay.
bad. Hey, there you go. That's better.
93.3. So it's going to show us.
Okay, let's look at this. Oh, you want to look at that one?
Same error.
Yeah, same error. But this is her consistency throughout. And then on this one, you can watch where she was aiming throughout the press. Try
So
again.
it's pretty cool.
Try again. You gotta beat your first one.
It was a 94.5. We're pretty close.
Oh, beat it by 0.2.
0.2. So you kind of just keep shooting, figure out what your weak points are, and kind of keep going until you fix those things. And it's a really great tool to fix your work on your trigger press, and it's just a super cool gadget. It's freaking magic. This training tool also works on CO2 powered guns and any live fire guns. It's really easy to detach, so you just squeeze this here, slide it off, and this power button right here, you're going to press and hold on that. And you can see it shut off right there. And then Mantis has a nice carrying case for you that you can put it inside, and it's got your charger and other things along with it. So if you had the original Mantis X and you would like to upgrade to the new Mantis X10, then they have a trade-in program, and you can look online for more details at their website.
So it comes in this little fancy product box like this. They used to come in a Pelican case, but I'd rather they spent the money on the product and not the case. So this is still a really good case. But inside you have the charging cable, some spacer adapters, some different like screws, and this particular model, the one that I have here, you can even attach it to a barrel of a rifle to use it for that. But the part that I'm most excited about is using it for my pistol training. So the old one was a little bit bigger and a pain in the butt to put on and off the pistol because you had to run a screw back and forth. And now you can just squeeze this little lever. See if I can get the light a little better. So we just squeeze the lever and we can slide it onto the pistol. So we have, I'm going to be using my Nomad Defense frame with Grey Ghost Precision slide and barrel, and this one's got a Delta Point Pro optic on it. Been a lot of fun to shoot lately. I like installing it so that I'm protecting my charging port. There's no reason to have it easily accessible up front for me because I just slide it off. And it just latches into the same spot like if you were putting a flashlight on. So now it's installed, and then we just press the little power button and we got a light saying it's on, and set it down on a flat surface. So I'm going to use my tablet today just to make things a little easier for me to show you guys. But you select the type of firearm that you're going to be training on, and as you can see, there's a big selections here, and we're kind of shooting a Glock, so we're going to call it a Glock, and it's a Glock 19 based upon, and we'll just pick one right here, and now we have a Glock 19 9x19 selected. Left or right-handed, obviously you can select for what you're doing. And shot detection mode, this is pretty stinking cool. So it does both live fire, dry fire, and if you have a CO2 powered pistol, you can even practice on it. We're going to do some live fire today. And I have it mounted in the forward configuration with the charging port to the rear. So we'll leave it at that. And then mount location, we could be bottom, top, left, or right. This one is just simply on the bottom. So there's your initial setup. Recorded the shots. I got a bunch of feedback here. Now, if I was up on my own doing some plinking, I probably would not have shot as many rounds in a row. Probably would have took a couple and then got the feedback. So I got an 81.4% score. I was on my last one. It recorded my 18 shots. And the last thing I did was breaking wrist up, which the steel actually reflects the same feedback. So I do have a tendency to do that with my shooting. I know that. I'm working on it. Let's look at the next chart. So my hold movement is the blue, my trigger press movement is the yellow. I could improve my hold control a little bit better. Pretty decent trigger press. Now this will play the travel before, travel during the press, and then the recoil movement after the shot broke. And it's kind of cool because you can actually play it and see it in real time. If I can fat finger this. Let's do that again. And that was on that 18th shot. Now I can go back and do the first shot I took, and it'll show me that movement as well. And obviously I could just keep doing this. So pre-travel during the trigger press, point of impact, and then the travel afterwards, coming back onto my sights. It's pretty wild. There's a lot of movement on that one. That one sucked. Now, looking back at the chart that shows kind of where my errors are, when I look at my steel, which I was shooting, it's pretty stinking accurate. My A-zone hits in the middle, and a couple that I tossed high, and a few that I tossed low, and it's right on the money. And so the predominant error that I seem to be having is this one, which, yeah, a lot of us do that, don't we? Breaking wrist down. Anyway, start to get to the idea of just how much feedback this thing can give you, and there's a lot more to be done with this than just this basic aspect of it. That was the open training, but it can serve as a shot timer, So practice your timing, shooting, number of shots, and pace. Review your shots, or review your scores and times. So it's kind of handy little set for that. It's got benchmarks to see where you're at skills-wise. Timed benchmark, compressed surprise break drills, reload in battery drills, reload out of battery. It's got a bunch of stuff built into it. And it also does some stuff that'll teach you how to do cadence shooting. So to increase the tempo of a shot series, take 5 shots with an even cadence of 2 seconds between shots. The countdown timer will sound a metronome at the specified cadence to guide you. I love cadence shooting because it really teaches people how to press the trigger. If you have to keep into a rhythm, you avoid that whole stabbing the trigger at that point that you thought your sights were perfect. Instead of continual sight alignment while you continue to press the trigger. Let's give it a 0.5 second cadence. So, without looking at the graph, I know I totally screwed up one of my shots. And the rest were but one sucked. So let's see what the computer tells me. So it was, yeah, I'm pretty consistent on my errors. One slap, which is the one I felt. A little bit of juice in the gun on one of them. And then that most common mistake for me, which is anticipating the recoil. Shooting fast.
Actually feel some of the differences I'm making.